Hey guys, this is another Learn the Song lesson, and this is going to be Country Girl by Bryan. And this is a popular tune. People are playing in clubs these days. We play it all the time. And if you're not familiar with this lesson series, again, we try to talk about approaches to playing in a live scenario with the band, coming up with interesting different parts, instead of just trying to pull everything note for note off the record, which you find everywhere else. So this tune is really neat because well, first of all, just that lick is hot right there. You know that. And that it's neat because it's in E major, right? Then it goes to G, then it's D over F sharp, E again, right? So typically this would be an E minor thing, right? Because you have E, G, which is your minor third, F sharp, which would be your second, and then your E. But it doesn't have that minor sound. It's that country thing, right? And country is a major sounding thing, right? That's usually where it lands. But the lick in there, again, you got the open E. You're hammering on D to E, so that's your flat 7 to your 1. And then you have your 2, your F sharp, E, and hammering back on. So open 2, 4, 2, open 2, D, E, F sharp, E, D, E. So. And it's cool if you get a lot of snap, right? If you are, have you spent any time trying to do hybrid picking, this is perfect for it, right? It's a much different sound if you go. Then if you just use the pick on the low string and you get that snap, grab it with the middle finger or ring finger or whatever, is easy for you, but I mean, it's just got so much snap to it. And so all you're doing is you're repeating that lick, and then you're alternating those bass lines. Like I said, G, and then your F sharp, and then A major, and then it does kind of like a, you just hit some E's in there. It kind of rounds it out. So for another part, now you can choose to have that kind of start as it is, right with the drums, with the kick, boom, ba-dum, dun, 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 right? Another part to do is if you have the bass hitting those notes, another cool guitar part, you hear that, you can even mimic those chords a little more, So all I'm doing there, instead of just hitting the root notes, E, G, and F sharp, I'm hitting, a couple strings more of the E major, the G major, the D over F sharp. All right. You can also add a higher part up here, depending on, again, keyboard players, second guitar player, whatever you're trying to do, And also it's usually cool to layer them, like stagger them out. So you come in maybe one guitar, and you maybe hit with the kick, and then maybe you have second guitar player laying out big chords. And then the second time through, maybe it's, breaking it down a little bit for the rhythm guitar. Now, as you go into the verse, right, it's the same basic deal. It's that so I recommend one guitar probably, letting them ring out. And you want to keep this pretty low. You're not really hammering into this yet. And have the other guitar, right, whether it's here or maybe here, playing some other different part. But you want to have something that's holding the sound out and something that's breaking it up. Then, right before it goes into the chorus, there's a banjo lick in there, right? That's, it's like... And that's not exact, but the point is, if you can kind of hit that little... And what I'm doing there is that's a B flat to a B, a D, and an E, right? So I'm just kind of hitting that flat seventh-ness in E. I'm mimicking that E7 because I'm getting that D, right? But I'm also getting the B, so that's the fifth and the seventh along with E. And then having your root notes go with it, right? It's another cool thing you can do. And so whoever is still holding the big rhythm chords out, let them keep doing that, right? And then if you were the person that's kind of adding more of that texture before, you should, do your best to kind of mimic that banjo part. You're not going to get it to sound exactly right, you don't have the same sound. But the idea is that you start big and chunky. Then you start lighten it up a little bit. You let one guitar stay big and you let one kind of, get a mid-range part, right? And it keeps that dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. That's the vibe of the tune. And then as you increase, right, as you get closer to the chorus, that part becomes a higher part and it and you've really created this storyline where it's like big, it's spread out. You really have two separate parts that are trying to go somewhere, and then when it goes in the chorus, it's got your E, G, A, E. So again, we're kind of being really liberal with our keys here. This song was kind of, I'm assuming, written with the approach of just, hey, this all sounds cool, right? Because obviously, we went from E to G to D over F sharp before, and now it's E, G to A. And the other cool thing it does is it has a hit in this chorus where it goes, and that's D, A, E. So it's almost like it wants to be in G sometimes, and it wants to be in A sometimes, and it wants to be in E sometimes. But the best thing to do is just not even really think about that. Just when you're in the chorus, just, again, you're looking for strength, you're looking for big tunes, big sound. So just lay into those chords. If you have two guitars, maybe the first time through you guys each do those big power chords. Second time through, maybe the second person grab some type of triad, but not too far up because you still want that big strength. And then the only other really interesting part of the tune that is, that you have to make sure that you hit, because everybody's going to be waiting for it, is that, and all that is again, we're kind of meandering between major and minor, right? We're kind of meandering between keys, but it's E, G, so that's your minor third, A, B flat, so that's 4, flat 5, and then D, E. That's your flat 7th and your root again. So, and that's basically the song. The lead in the song is, which directly precedes that lick. It's just straight E minor. I mean, it's something. It's like a. So you can feel free to just blaze around in E minor, but try to keep that rhythm. Don't try to noodle too much in this type of lead, because again, the whole 2 minutes or however long it took you to get up to this point, you are just hammering home that big fat rhythm, that bum ba da dun da da dun da da dun ba da dun da. That's your vibe. So if you come into the solo and the whole time you've just been, the kick drum has been driving this thing, and you come in and you're just like, it just doesn't really work with it. You want something, and I think what the guitar player does is he does something, like, because it really is that ba 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 da ba da da da. It really holds that rhythm together, and then when you come out of it, you just gotta nail that, And that's the same lick, just here, right? It's like if you're familiar with your blues scale, so 1, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 7, right? That's what it is. And at the end of the song, everybody tends to end the song the same way because it's awesome, is there's that ascending lick, that same lick we just did, and it happens in 3 octaves, and it just repeats over and over again. But on the third one, if your bass player is paying attention, it actually sounds like it starts to descend through the same scale, and then you both end on a big, E, like that. And then it's just radio silence. It's just big hit, and you're out, right? So it's just... that was terrible, but, you can do like that. You can do a little unison, whatever you want. But it's E. It's E. You end on E. So it's 3 octaves. You go up, and it's just bam, bam, ends on E. And that's the basic approach that I find works well playing this tune. So if you found this helpful, leave some posts in the comments and let me know a different song that you'd like to kind of see me break down. And don't forget, you can always email me at support@guitargate.com, and I'll do my best to help you any way I can in playing guitar. So look forward to hearing from you. Good luck.